This is Sagan coming to the front. It's Peter Sagan who hits the front.
Unbelievable.
Sagan has been quiet throughout the race, and now when it really matters, Sagan has made his attack and the bid for World Championship glory, and I'm sure that's Van Avermaet on his wheel. He's got almost nothing left. The tank is almost empty, but I think he's done the job. He's done enough, and with 50 metres to go, he will have time to celebrate, and this will be a very popular victory in the world of cycling, because one of the sport's great showmen has landed the world title. So Cancellara, Sagan, Van Avermaet, and then just a little gap now going back towards Luke Rowe and a few of the others. But this is a really good strong climb here from Sagan, and Cancellara is the only one who can go with him at the moment. Final few hundred metres, Kuznetsov now sets off and makes the sprint. Just under 6 hours in the saddle. The Russian rider leads the way. Sagan's got work to do, but Peter Sagan now is in second place right behind Kuznetsov, and Sagan's going to come off his wheel right at the end, and Peter Sagan just takes it on the line. For the second time in his career, the world champion now has a victory to his name with the rainbow jersey on his back.
Yeah.
Coming to the fore goes Seth Van Mark, and he's decided to offer Peter Sagan a little bit of assistance here, but more than that, I think he needs to shake him out. He needs to shake him off and hopefully just do something. But Sagan sails alongside as if to prove that he's still got what he takes, and he's delivering the power. He stays seated and meted, and look at this. He is absolutely ripping up this climb. If Sagan gets to the end, this could be the ultimate shootout. We'll wait and see. Van Mark is going backwards. He's going into the clutches of Cancellara, as you can see. Terpstra has also started to struggle, and Sagan has gone here. Is this going to be the supreme solo? Are we going to see a double world champions winning day after Armistead did it in the women's race? Will Sagan do it here? 30.1 to go. Surely to be written, but this page, I think, will be turned down at the corner as an extra special day for an extra special rider. Rock and roll, Peter Sagan, here he comes. That line belongs to him, and it must be so welcome for our world champion. Peter Sagan, chapeau, sir. What about that, Sean? We stand as one, and we welcome home a true champion. Is Mark Cavendish going to have to do this on his own? No, he's got Peter Sagan, though, hoboing on his own train. They split wide across the road. Nice pick up as well by Groenewegen, who goes dead centre with a treble one. Groenewegen's going to take this one, is he? He's got a drive. He's got Ryder with him for company, but I don't think Vipper can get by him. Groenewegen's still holding on. Oh, as he fades, and here we go. Light up time, my goodness me.
Well, you can see BMC Racing now in second and third position, know exactly who they want to watch. You might just have noticed the rider in the white jersey from Trek Segafredo with the bandage on his knee. That was Peter Stettner, the man who was the animator of yesterday's stage. But they're even causing gaps in this group here as they go downhill.
It's a long time since I've seen a race like this. The riders are chasing everything to try and be into the position for the sprint. And all the time, the cool operation there of Peter Sagan. This is Janssen van Rensburg going again to see if he can make it. He's got a good shot here. Sagan's trying to get through in the middle. It's going to be a very tight finish as he comes up to the line. Peter Sagan gets it right on the line.
Opening day of the Amgen Tour of California. A lot of people think it could be this man, but this is not the time, Phil, to have a mechanical for Peter Sagan. He has stopped at inside of 10 kilometers to go, and look at him, 22 years of age, but no panic at all on this man. He lets the mechanic do his job. He's waiting, and that's about 12, 13, 14. The chains come off there. 15, 16. That's a bad time check. That should have been normally between 12 and 14 seconds. You should change a back wheel like that. I had it on my little stopwatch there, Phil, about 20. He is not out of this bike race, though, because he's got himself back in. He can get himself very quickly up to the front end of the main field.
The man who's finished fourth in Milan-San Remo, second Ghent-Wevelgem, as the field is wiped out, they're all together, and the man we've been talking about as winning the sprint is still chasing in the convoy behind now. And these riders will probably also know that Sagan has had a flat wheel. It's going to be a tough chase, and has it come too late in the race? He's 4.5 miles from the finish, and that might not give him time to recover. That really is bad luck. Here he is in the convoy,
chasing his way back. The man over on the left-hand side with the black and white stripes there, he's the referee, the umpire, if you like, keeping a very close eye on how Peter Sagan gets back. He is not panicking. It amazes me, Phil, this guy is 22 years of age, not a show of panic on his face. He's trying to ride himself back into this peloton. He will use the cars one by one to get up there. He's allowed to temporarily use the slipstream of one car onto the next car. Look at the size of his legs, though. He's an incredible sprinter. 3 victories so far this year, slipping alongside the Radio Shack car there. Next car up alongside him is the Upton Kelly Benefits team car. He's using all of his mind. I'm a little bit surprised, though, I have to say, Phil, that none of his teammates have come back to help. Oh, look at the way he's gone round that corner. He's very, very confident and agile.
He's on fire here as he nips around the cars, quickly getting back through. You hear the car klaxons blowing. That's to warn the car in front that a rider is returning to the pack. And now look at this here, because the Rabobank boys are having none of this. If Sagan gets back, he'll have to be very special, because they're riding now for Bling Matthews to try and win for them.
There are 6 riders from Radio. There we go.
There they are.
I waited for him, but I'll tell you what, boys, he's coming up much too quickly. He'll wait for them now, and they will do whatever they can to pace him straight back up to the front end of the main field, because they've worked hard to bring back that early morning breakaway. Now all of a sudden they've been put into the back foot. They're against the ropes, if you like, in a boxing match. They've got to get him back up to the peloton and then to the front end of the peloton to try and show us why he's one of the fastest men in the world.
Well, just looking at that now, Alessandro Vanotti and the American Ed King were the two who waited there as they now get him safely back into the bunch. Is it time enough? Some 3.5 miles to go. Here they come, heading up towards the finish. They are going to get in just in time. We'll take a break, then we'll take them to the finish. See you in a moment. Eyes down, everybody. This is the final stage, 2.5 miles of this opening stage presented. And there's been a massive crash down there. A touch of wheels. There's an AG2R rider shot onto the sidewalk. There is a Liquigas rider down there. They just a touch of wheels, as it always happens approaching the finish. That's Carter Jones in there as well.
Matthews went down there, Phil, very, very hard. Over on the left-hand side, somebody was barging up against him, and bang, all of a sudden your hopes of a victory have been blown out of the water.
Well, this actually rider here, this is Ted King here, who went down. He had only just returned to the bunch, having brought Peter Sagan back into it, and now he's on the floor. And that is Bling Matthews, Michael Matthews of Rabobank. That's why they were racing to the finish, for him to sprint. Another look at it again here now. It was a little touch of riders by the Rabobank team riders there, and they wobbled off each other, took out the rider on the floor from Liquigas, and the result is that Michael Matthews himself has lost his chance here. Now they are just inside 3 kilometres to go.
And Nicholas Roach here, Phil, is also, are they inside 3 kilometres to go? In that case, we're very lucky, 1.8 miles, so they will get the same time. But I have to say that Nicholas Roach there has also lost a big amount of time. Now the organisation is still on at the front, and they're still keeping it nice and high. There's a big line there of riders from Orica Green Edge. They're looking for a victory on the opening day. You can see the chaos and the mayhem of a charge to the line. But poor old Bling Matthews, I reckon he was setting himself up for that one.
The only thing is, Paul, they were just inside 3 kilometres, and there we have a rider who will all get the same time at 3 kilometres out. So they're lucky in that respect, but they're unlucky in as much that Matthews will not be able to contest the sprint. And it was no doubt the Rabobank all day were racing to get a result. But having said that, Paul, it is still Rabobank pushing at the front. They may not even know that Matthews crashed.
And Peter Sagan is very comfortably ensconced at the back end of a long line of Liquigas Cannondale riders there, and they will try and bring him up to the right point to get himself a victory here this afternoon. He is sitting there there at the tail of his riders. You can just see him. He's got a white jersey with a red and blue band across the middle, champion of Slovakia, waiting for the moment when his team will try and open up the gap in front of him.
There is one other potential rider on the Rabobank team who could win this in the sprint, Wilco Kelderman. Don't forget, we go under the 1 kilometre Kenda sign. This is now inside the last 1,000 yards of the race. Just looking down there, it is the Orica Green Edge team who are beginning to apply the tourniquet.
Well, they're really lifting it up now. This is the last moment when you've got to really keep the pressure nice and high, take the speed up to around about 30, 40 miles an hour. This guy here from Green Edge is giving it everything he can, but everybody is lined up behind him in 4th, 5th position there. You can see Peter Sagan. He is comfortably in the right position now, and he's getting a good lead out from a teammate.
We're underneath the Highway 101. We pop into our vision. Sagan has gone into 2nd place here. The man who punctured only 5 miles out from the finish. And Tom Bonan is up there behind him as we go to the other side of the tunnel. Liqui Gas Boy is running on adrenaline here.
He certainly is. You can see the line now. Looked over his shoulder. He's waiting for that last little bit of a kick for the line, but he's right in the middle.
As they come up towards the line, Peter Sagan is going to get it. Can you believe that? From a puncture to victory on the day. Bonan was there as well. I'm not surprised that Liqui Gas Boys are saluting this one, because they turned a potential disastrous day into a victorious one. And Peter Sagan is the winner today, and he'll pull on the first race leader's Amgen yellow jersey.
Well, he certainly will there. The team did a great job there, Phil, well organised. He got a wheel change, not a very fast wheel change, but he never panicked. He waited for the mechanic to get the job done, got back into the convoy of cars, and once he came to the finish line, the team put him into the right place, opened up the doors in front of him, and I'm not quite sure what he's pointing at there, but he's very, very happy to greet the crowd here in Santa Rosa with a brilliant victory. His 4th of the year.
Yeah, it was his 4th win in the Amgen Tour of California. It was also his 4th win of the season. And look at that, he really did pull away in the end. And no challenge at all, and also no sign of Tom Bonan.